In this session, let's learn how to do an account inquiry and drill down. Once the journal entries are posted in the general ledger, the transaction lines are available to inquire and to run reports. You can run standard and FSG reports like trial balance, balance sheet, and profit and loss account. For our working session, let's take a couple of journal entries we have posted in our earlier sessions and work with it. These are the two entries. Primarily, this one is a USD transaction entry, and the second one is the yen transaction entry. So let's drill down these two accounts and see how the inquiry will work. So I'm in 2AM Global General Ledger, and I go to the main menu and click on Inquiry and click on Account. So the ledger defaults based on my responsibility, which is 2AM Global. The related primary currency for this ledger is USD, so that comes as a default too. And it picks at the current month. We can take a range of period. For example, we can go from January 13 till till July 13, or we can just stick to 1 month and run the report. So for our working, let's take this January 13 to July 13 to pull all the period transaction in the full period. Then the currency option, you got entered currency, the statistical and total. So entered currency referred to, for example, the yen transaction that we created. So let's work first with the total, then I will come back and test the entered currency. If you look at the primary balance type tab, there are options to select what kind of balance you're trying to inquire. Is it actual, budget, or encumbrance? If you have a budget in the general ledger, we could use the budget, select the budget, and then it'll bring up the budget balances. If there's encumbrances, if it's a non-profit organization who mostly use encumbrance, it would also provide the information related to encumbrance. And then on this side, you have a unit. If you want it in decimal, for example, in thousands or millions, the accounting inquiry will bring the numbers in the same factors, with the same factors. Let's go to the accounts and let's make an inquiry on this account. 2000, cost center 400, account segment value 12,000, and 400, line of business, region 5,000, 0, 0. So we know for sure there are some balances attached to this particular account value. So I can go and click on show balances. We have $7,000 entry for this particular account. And if you want to see the journal detail, you can drill down to the journal detail that was created for this. So let's click on this and look at the journal entry. So this is the journal entry to which this particular account is referring to, because this is the account value we just now entered for account inquiry. So it brought up $7,000. It's debit 7,000. So that's primarily, you drill down and to the source information. Assuming the entry is coming from payable or receivable or in the subledger, you can drill down to the respective subledger. You can also so the full journal, that's what we saw just now, and then you can go to the T account from here. Look at how the T account would look like, and then close this, and then detail balances. So primarily it is giving the PTD and YTD balances for this account. So let's make another inquiry and then enter with a different entered currency. So let's look at the yen journal entry we have got, and let's try to inquire on that particular account. So I go to the accounts and the entry we have for yen is 3000, company segment 400, 51000, 51000, and then 100 and 5000. We can leave this intercompany blank if there is no values. Let's just still bring up the default values. Now if you click on the show balances, you can see here it gives you N as the currency, and the PTD is 10,000 yen. The converted value in US dollar, which is used for the accounting in the primary ledger, is 99.82. And if you want to see the detailed journal entry, we can drill down here and show full journal. I'll bring up the full journal with the entered currency detail and accounted currency detail. That's primarily about inquiry and drill down.